think we can with these devices. You could with another device. Because I
Oh,
can't do
okay.
it on mine either.
Oh,
Oh,
that makes sense.
you just said hi. I just saw you say hi.
Oh,
Yeah, it went through.
hi. Oh, yeah, there it is. I said hi. Number one.
All right, all right. Hello. Think this thing's working. One second. My name is Story Grub, coming to you live from hell. And tonight I have a special guest, someone who needs no introduction, but I wrote one anyways. Some would say that he is the most tragically heartfelt poet of our generation. Others would say other stuff and things. A talented lyricist, a wonderful song constructor, musician, and an all-around underestimated and underrated genius who has harnessed the cosmic libido handed down by generational interdimensional wood elves. I believe I wrote that one. Lost my place there for a moment there. And created some of this world's most beautiful and oddly sounds, known to all of mankind throughout history and time. A man who has no time nor place, an artist who has no face, absolutely no face. A genius who needs no introduction. Let me introduce to you Sleepy Seahorse.
Hi, I'm
Hey,
Joey. I'm Sleepy
Jo-
Seahorse.
Joey.
Yeah,
Hello,
my name's
Joey.
Joey.
Hello,
Cat's
Joey.
out of the bag, everyone. My name's Joey. But my music moniker is Sleepy Seahorse.
Sleepy Seahorse. Joe.
Joe
Joseph. Joey.
C.
Yeah, I
Josie
love the way I
Horse.
really like how you pronounce words.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for being
No,
on the show.
you're welcome.
Okay, so what's it like being a seahorse? Are you is it full time, part time? How do you huh?
Wait, hold on.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
think I need these.
right.
I've
Yeah,
just
yeah.
I've just seen it on other podcasts and stuff that
Hmm.
people wear headphones.
Oh,
But
I
I
get
can
that.
hear better. I can hear better without the headphones.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, being a seahorse is pretty good. It's they have curly tails. I don't have a curly tail, but I feel like I have a curly tail. Um,
Hmm.
I think I'm getting off on the
Right foot.
wrong foot
Wrong.
here.
Well, it's a
Wrong
leg.
foot.
It would
But
be a leg,
seahorses
Joey.
don't have feet, so they can't get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough.
I don't know. The reason I'm called Sleepy Seahorse is because I've always liked seahorses, and I was in a band called Sleepy Seeds. And when Sleepy Seeds parted ways, I wanted to keep the immense fan base that we had accumulated, and so I felt like carrying on the name from Sleepy Seeds, the band, but then adding in the animal that I like, seahorse, was a good name for me to have. So Sleepy
And
Seahorse.
what did it come out of Boise,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
project? It was born out of
It,
Boise, Idaho.
it it was born in Boise, yes. And I wasn't. I was born in Colorado. Then
Right.
I moved to Boise to be in a band called Sleepy Seeds that
Absolutely.
was
That took
somewhat
over
popular.
Boise. That took over the
Well,
charts.
we
Hmm?
took over the three venues that there were to play there a few times for about a
I
year.
remember them. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Well, thank you. I
Hmm.
remember you remembering it and being impressed. So thanks.
Yes, of course. Next question is it's a little bit of a poem that I wrote for you, but it's a series of questions. Are you a
Okay.
lucid dreamer? Are you a lucid
A
dreamer?
Yeah, yeah. Well, sometimes.
Okay. Are you a heavy sleeper?
Um, Sometimes.
Wow.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful. Do you know anyone named Peter? Mm,
Uh, well, sometimes.
sure.
Yeah,
Good answer.
sometimes.
That's
Yeah.
great. Do you seem to believe this illusion?
I, I can I plead the fifth? What is that a
Absolutely.
thing? I've
The
seen
song's
people
coming up
plead the
next. You're
fifth.
going to have to answer soon enough. You can't hide from me all day. But you're
Okay,
getting
well,
there. Do you know who this is? Do you recognize this bloke?
that is.
Hmm?
Uh, is that Peter guy you were talking about from earlier?
Hmm? Might be.
He-
You tell me.
I
How
it
long have you
look to
been
me it looks
working
like
for him?
Jeff Goldblum in The
Sure.
Fly in that one scene towards the end.
With a little hairdo.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the hair is nice, definitely.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. All right. Oh, God. What is your favorite bean, Joey? What is your favorite bean?
Probably the human being.
Hmm, like it. If you could
Yeah,
listen to one song, absolutely one song, for the rest of the day, what would it sound like?
it would be
I've got the
like.
sniffles.
Let me get close in case you can't hear it. It would go like this.
Hello, everybody in the chat. I heard you. Mm,
Funky
right there
Town.
with you. Right
Yeah.
there with you. Are you drinking enough water? Staying hydrated?
No, no.
Okay. Okay, that's
Well,
something we're gonna
sometimes.
have to look into that. Yeah? No? Right. No? I need to drink some water. That's what they're telling me.
One second.
Joey, drink some water, please. And don't spill it like I did.
This isn't water, but I did drink it.
Well, whatever it is, it looks refreshing.
It's it's Dr. Pepper with the zero sugar because my doctor told me recently I gotta stop having the sugar. Something to do with me being old and having blood pressure or something. I don't know.
I know exactly what you mean. We get
It
older,
tastes just
we
like
get
regular
bolder.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, good. Well, that's something.
Yes, it
That's
is.
absolutely something. Absolutely something. Um, do you believe in religion?
Yes, I believe that religions exist.
Oh,
I've
what?
I've seen
Hold on.
buildings that seem to have religions in the buildings, and I've also seen like movies and stuff where they have religions in there. So though I've never actually seen one in real life, I believe that they exist, much like
Okay.
Santa Claus.
Whoa. Okay. Fair enough. Well, he lives in the North Pole. Are you saying that he's special or something? What is this? What do
Um,
you?
I don't know what I'm saying. I think maybe Santa Claus
He's a very
invented
handsome
religion.
man. A very handsome, jolly old man.
Yes, very handsome.
Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Perfect. Have you thought about writing children's books?
Um, yes, actually, I've thought about it many times. I
That's
think
great. That's great. That's great.
I
Moving
had
on.
this I had
Um,
this idea. Wait, no, let's go. We got to circle back to this children book thing.
let's
I
do
had
it.
this idea ever since I was a kid that I still want to do it. It's a book about the dad is a dog and the mom is a cat, and they have a little mouse as a kid. And when I was a kid, I used to think that's how it worked. But yeah, look for that. Look for that coming up soon. Actually,
Oh,
probably not, but it's a
I
it's
drew
an
a
idea.
circle while you said that. I drew a bloody circle.
It's a
Thank you,
spiral.
Pastor.
That's a
I
spiral.
I just wanted to do a shout out to Jamon and my friends Rebel and everybody else who doesn't understand what the hell's going on.
He's
Um,
drinking Tang.
one other question here, really quick. Joey, Joe. I'll just call you sloppy seahorses. Anyways, how did your last gig go? And why did it suck so bad?
My last gig. Well, technically, my last gig was on July 3rd at my work. We had a little work party for the 4th of July, and I brought my uh, baritone ukulele, and I did this so I wouldn't have to talk to people. I provided the music for the party, and I just kept doing stuff like this for like an hour, and then pretty soon they started playing the radio over it. So that's why it sucked.
Would you
But it's
like to
also why
play?
it was the best.
Would you like to play a song?
Um, Not right now, but maybe in a minute.
That's what I meant.
Oh, that's what you meant? Well, then, yeah, I would like
I've
to
got
play one.
I've got one more, if not several other, very superficial questions to ask. Don't know where this accent came from, by the way. I think south of Bakersfield, maybe. Yes, no. They're all shaking their heads and doing this with the. I don't know what that means exactly. Not a mime. Just use your words. You don't have to be afraid. You can speak out. I wouldn't say anything, though, you little bastards. Sorry about that, Joey. Are you really
All right.
sleepy?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you
yeah.
take anything for
Well,
that?
I do. I take things that. Well, I guess since I now live in Colorado, it's okay to say that I take cannabis for the sleepiness, not
Yeah.
to combat the sleepiness, but in order to make me sleepy.
Brilliant. Hold on a
But
second. I'm gonna
I'm
write
not
down.
going to be an elected official, so I think I can say that
Oh, sure.
because
You are
it's on the
definitely
internet now.
qualified, my friend. Overqualified.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a nice instrument you've got there.
Thanks. I put eyeballs on it so it looks like it's a guy screaming. And that's his voice. It's like that's how he talks. If I tickle his mouth, he talks.
Well, as
Or
one
maybe this
should.
is like his mustache or something. Yeah.
I know that when somebody tickles my chin, I poop my pants. So I don't go out in public very often. But when I
No,
do,
because
I would
that's
just
pretty
like to
bad.
say something. I would just like to say something while I have you here. Then another
Okay.
little. It's a little thing. Um, I'd like to tell you that I think that you're fearless in your songwriting abilities. Your lyrics are
Thank you.
fearless and have made me feel less alone in the world.
Oh, thank you.
You articulate everyday experiences in such a vivid, tragic, and comedic way. Yeah, you have a way of articulating the dark cloud of life so thoroughly through your senses of humor, tragedy, and cynicism. But it's not just cynicism, it's reality. It's been everyone's reality at some point or another.
Yeah.
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 Your
Thanks.
lyrics are how like I don't know, man, because I started listening to your songs and it just blows me away how clever they are constructed and then how they're they're catchy as hell. And I get them stuck in my head all the time now. But your lyrics are just to me like astonishing. Like and it like blows my mind that, you're not celebrated more in that capacity.
Well,
Would
thank
you
you.
like to say anything about that, huh?
It's like they say, if you can reach one person with your music, you've done your job.
Mhm.
But it kind of like I didn't expect it to be exactly one person. Like when they say that, it's usually like if you can reach one person, and it's implied that it would be universally accepted if you reach that one person.
Right.
But yeah, the reaching one person has worked out for me as far as it got me on this show, and it made you write that beautiful complimentary whatever that was, a sonnet, a poem, a limerick.
A song it.
Anyway, a song. It yes. Um, And I don't know, all I could say in all seriousness about my lyrics, it's like very analytical to me. Like I I scientifically try to put magic into lyrics. So it's like I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's one of those things where when somebody tries to describe their music, they start sounding pretentious and shit, but thank you.
Well, I know that writing the for me, like the writing the music and the lyrics are they're sometimes the lyrics just come right off the bat. But then in Boise, when I was recording stuff, I would record the music first and then I'll do lyrics last, you know? But by the time you get to the end, you know, just as if you're reverse engineering a song, you know, you start with the drums, then you go to bass. I used to just make up songs like that, you know, just to make them super
Yeah.
spontaneous.
I
And
remember us having a conversation about this before, and I was talking about how, like, before I even pick up a guitar, I have an entire song in my head. Like, it starts with a little tune that I have in my head, and then I start trying to fit words into the syllables, like the exact amount of syllables into the tune. And then when it like I have an entire song written with verses and chorus and stuff, and all the words are written, I then would pick up a guitar and figure out like what are the notes to this song. And so I always went lyrics first, but just recently the last album that I did before I did all that weird synthesizer stuff, it was the first time where I couldn't think of any tunes, like there weren't any tunes going through my head. So I actually picked up the guitar and started jamming like I did back in the day. And I remember thinking like that's what Story Grove was talking about, where he just like would write the song, play the song, and then write lyrics to the song. So
Robert, this is Sleepy Seahorse. This is the musician, the artist that I listen to like every day on this channel. My old friend and colleague from we knew each other from Boise, Idaho, and we ran in the same circles for a while, and then we sort of almost both did the same thing too. We home everything was home recording. Joey's just, I mean, he's very prolific, and if you go to Bandcamp, all of his stuff is on there under Sleepy Seahorse, including a three-part saga that is the Starlight Ghost. It's volume one, two, and three. And I used a lot of those songs, or God, when I listen to it now, because it just brings back so many fun memories for me. Because I used it for my Matrix parody, a lot of those songs, and they were like the soundtrack to my little weird short film
yeah, that
that I
was my
made.
claim to fame.
Mine too, baby. It was so much fun writing those, and then yeah, using because like basically on YouTube you can't really play. I couldn't play the Aha cover for whatever, you know, because I'd get copyright on here. It's
Yeah.
very it's very fickle about that kind of stuff. Have
Yeah,
you
I
ever
don't
been to
understand
eh, eh, have you ever been to the moon?
the what?
The moon,
Um
asking
I
for a
think
friend.
I think maybe when I was oh wait, no,
No,
that was La Junta. Yeah, no moon, not yet.
okay. Well, it is quite lovely this time of year. Just wondering, like, when did you first learn how to blow the sucker? I mean, where did you learn how to play the trumpet?
Roncalli Middle School.
Oh, okay. Was that
Yeah.
before the guitar and all that stuff? First instrument?
Yeah, first instrument was trumpet, and I was in first chair, which is like the best trumpet player in the middle school. And then guitar started for me after I was into trumpet and Weird Al Yankovic for a really long time.
Hmm.
And then Nirvana came around, and I actually heard Nirvana because of the Weird Al Yankovic Nirvana ripoff that he did. And I was like, this is a hilarious Weird Al song, but I kind of like how there's like distorted guitars and such. And then next thing you know, I'm ditching Weird Al. I'm growing my hair out. I'm tying flannels around my waist, and I got made fun of for that. So I stopped
And
doing that after a while. But I still played guitar.
I bet you got all the babes.
No, not one babe.
Same.
Yeah,
It was the best of times, but it was really just the worst of times.
it was. Yeah.
Um, how are you feeling right now?
Eh, good. I'm pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling great compared to how I felt earlier when I wasn't sure how this was going to go. But since it's
Mhm.
going so well, I feel really good about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. The super chat is going off. We've already made $1,000, and that way
No
that you're.
way.
Oh,
Is that
no
how it
way,
works?
but yeah, oh
I
yeah, and all the money gets funneled to this like offshore account that I have in Nicaragua. Oh my God, we're gonna be dancing like jelly beans by the end of the night, my friend. It is gonna be wonderful. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
I got money in here too.
I think my brightness just self-adjusted when I took my hat off because of the shine.
Well, I never
Yeah,
leave home without it.
I've been bald for a while, but what are you gonna do?
Well, I wear wigs. I I
That's
mean,
not a bad idea.
not that I'm bald or anything,
Doesn't it doesn't it
but
get hot though?
I get ooh, that's a great question.
Because
Ask me
even
that.
when I
Ask
wear
me
a
that in
hat,
a few months. No,
okay.
no, I just get used to it. I even wear a wig down below, like it's like a bikini, but it's hairy. It's weird. I get made fun of all the time. Every time I go to Walmart, somebody's trying to one up me. It doesn't make any sense. I need to drink some water really quick,
Okay.
like really quick. Ah, that was fast, huh? That was quick.
That was really quick. I wasn't prepared for how quick it was.
Okay, I'll play you a song.
Okay.
Hello, sleepy. All right, how you doing? Sleepy Seahorse in my show and don't run away. Sleepy Seahorse. And then it keeps going on and on for about 3 more minutes. Oh my God, dog.
It's a
Look at
dog.
that. Look at that little. Our ratings are gonna be. We're gonna make so much money tonight.
Yeah, this is the real money maker here. Her name's Lulu.
Lulu. Is that the one that
Say
bit
hi,
me?
Lulu. She doesn't actually say hi. She's a dog.
Is that the one that bit me?
No,
Okay.
that was Machu Picchu. He was a Chihuahua too, but he was like the evil Chihuahua to Lulu's good Chihuahua, and he's no longer with us.
He was cute as hell.
Yeah,
But the
he
little
was.
dude, the little dude bit me. I'm sorry to hear that.
I need to let Lulu out of the room right now. So there's going to be an
Fair enough.
empty chair for 1 second.
Fair enough. We'll act like you're still there. As Joey takes a deep breath and sits there still in the chair, having not left to let the doggy out, we think about our life and what we've become and how we make sense of the world around us. Joey, how does it feel to be such a magnificent light beam in the middle of these strange and utterly odd cosmos that we find ourselves in?
It feels like when you have a remote control across the room and you just want the TV to go down a little bit so you don't get up and get it. And then you just kind of have to hang out with the TV being a little bit too loud. And every now and then you're like, ugh, I wish I could just turn it down a bit.
And sometimes there is just one's too much and the other's too little. It's
And
never quite right.
you could do what needs to be done to lower the volume, but you just don't want to because you're comfortable.
Yeah. We sacrifice our comfort a lot in this world
Indeed.
for volume and such.
Volume and contrast.
And you,
Sometimes brightness is some of the Batman movies are a little too dark, so you got to turn up the brightness. And if that isn't an analogy for life, I don't know what is.
oh my God. No, I'm right there with you. All right. I have one more question here.
Okay.
What number am I thinking?
4.
Oh my God, you're good.
Yes.
Holy smokes. What year?
Another one. I'm on a hot streak with this. Wait, what?
What year?
This year.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's good. You didn't tell him to. Oh my God. Okay, fair enough. You're
I've
in.
just always had a knack for that.
You certainly have. You've had a knick-knack. Yeah, late night snacky, knick-knack snacker. I don't know. That's what I think.
Patty whack.
If you were to play a song, which one would you want to play?
Probably the one about the social media. It's called Algorithms, and it's easy for me to play and sing, and it sort of ties into the whole like being on a YouTube show. So
Absolutely.
it's probably the one that I will play.
Great.
Somebody just asked for the winning lottery numbers, so before I play this song, I'm gonna say 6, 42, 5, 1, 0, and 17,469
Damn, you're good.
and
Those
11.
are some solid numbers. Oh, and a lucky 11 at the end there.
16, 22. How many are there? Did I do enough
12,
now?
as in 12, like a baker's dozen.
I was
But
gonna
it's
say
also like
12.
the disciples, right?
13 is actually a baker's dozen.
Exactly.
The
Because
baker
that's the
throws
lucky
an
number.
extra one in.
That's the lucky.
I told somebody at my work we needed a baker's dozen of something, and they gave me 12, and I was like, "You idiot! Don't you even know about it?" And it turns out they didn't know about it, so I felt bad for calling them an idiot.
Still got to cut their hands off. That's
Yeah.
not gonna fly.
I
Did you
don't
see
even
the
work at a
weird?
bakery either, so it wasn't a fair question.
Did you see weird algorithms?
That's a good
pretty
one.
cool. See, my people get it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mostly.
I just thought they meant
Hmm?
my song Algorithms is kind of weird, which also works in that case.
Absolutely. 1000%.
Okay, should I play it?
Please, absolutely.
Okay, hold on. Let me remember the words real quick.
Fair enough. While you're doing that, I'm gonna say a poem.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. You and me. The world beneath our feet. The end.
You don't know what to say. You say it anyway, several times every day. Notifications exploding on account of it. I don't know what to say. I can't articulate how it sounds in my brain. Maybe I better delete it or change privacy. Everybody complains about everything, slowly going insane. Algorithms are taking all my friends away. Do you actually care about the shit you share? Are you even aware? Everybody already saw that meme a week ago. You claim everyone's fake, but you won't take a break until after you make sure they know they can follow you on Instagram. Everybody's complains about everything, slowly going insane. Algorithms are taking all my friends away.
That was wonderful.
Why, thank you.
Sorry, I'm drawing boobies. I got distracted a little bit.
That tends to happen when I play songs. I've noticed.
I drew you.
I love it.
I got the eyes right.
You gotta send that to me for profile picture purposes.
I could keep going. I might try, but
Oh wait, I gotta put the sunglasses back on then. I could play another one.
yeah, please. Everybody, this is Sleepy Seahorse.
That one is a new song, and I realized after I had started that not only do I not know the words, but I don't know if I could sing them and play them at the same time. But there will be an album coming out soon. I don't know, in the next month or so. I'm kind of trying to go for a Halloween album release date, but and that song will be featured. So you just saw a preview of a song called Mirrors that has lyrics, but you'll have to wait to buy the album for $0 to hear the lyrics. All my songs, all my albums are $0 on Bandcamp, and Spotify. I think you have to have like an account or something, but they're 0.0000001 cent to hear them on Spotify, and that goes directly to me.
Those offshore accounts come in handy from time to
Yeah.
time.
From what I understand, it's a money making scheme, but just not for me. It's somebody making the money, and that's what counts.
It's kind of devastating when the game changed into that realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and then your music just gets buried underneath. I don't know. I have a lot of opinions on that kind of stuff too, as far as you know how much how much music I put out when I lived in Boise, for example, and how little it was received. And you were somebody else in that town who was like doing the same things that I was doing and experiencing the same stuff. And but it's like everywhere you go, there's these little there's these little gaggles and people that I don't know,
Yeah,
gatekeepers essentially, you know.
it, it can be very discouraging. It seems like right before I was old enough to like when I was a kid, I went and saw bands and I thought like these bands tour around, they get people to know about their music, and then those people go to the stores and buy their albums, and then that helps the band come back and tour more, and the cycle continues. But the going to the store and buying the album thing stopped with streaming and whatnot, and so then it turned into the
Singles.
band only way, yeah, singles, and the only way to make money is for bands to tour. But like you might have been alluding to, it's kind of like not based on merit or ability on live music. It's kind of like somebody in this band or who works for this band, and that gets you a good spot at the next show, and then maybe somebody sees you at that show and you can turn that into a tour and opening up for bands and stuff like that. And so it sort of is like a food chain now, and there's a bunch of
Yeah.
little tiny fish trying to latch on to the big fish, and that's how you make money in music. So if you don't have the time or the resources to do that, you make beautiful music in your house and you put it up on Bandcamp or YouTube or the internet, and then one person really enjoys it. And you better be okay with that being the end result.
Well, when I started putting music on Bandcamp, I would be working at the Boise pet shop, Boise Co-op pet shop, and I'd be working by myself for like 4 hours at the end of the day, this little teeny pet store, and
Yeah.
I would bring music in, and because my Wi-Fi at home, it took an hour and a half to upload one song and shit, so I would just take it to work and upload albums worth of stuff onto Bandcamp, but it was really too just in case because I put up stuff that I did when I was just experimenting with it, and there's a lot of noise and background stuff going on, but I still like I like music that and art and movies and things that are like I'm a found footage kind of guy. I like listen to B-sides and I like home recordings and so naturally when I started listening to your stuff, it was just well, it doesn't sound like it was done in like a little like closet because I went to your studio, your little studio space in Boise too, and it was so dang small, and you just create such a big sound out of this little teeny space. I
Yeah.
remember that too, and that matters to me too because that side of people intrigues me when you're like a one man band sort of, and I've always been drawn to those types of musicians um, that go that route too.
Yeah, me too. My studio
They
space.
inspire me. They make me want to do more. They keep me like, oh yeah, it is okay to do that, or I want to do more. But anyways, you
Yeah.
were gonna say?
I I was well, that just got me thinking about like when what I consider to be my official beginning of me wanting to be
Sure.
a musician, like a conscious thought that I want to grow up and be a musician, was listening to Lou Barlow of Sebadoh, and all of the old Sebadoh records, first Sebadoh records, and all of his Lou Barlow stuff is literally like in a room, and you can hear cars driving by. You can hear like there's a song where his mom's yelling at him in the background, and he's like still playing this beautiful song and just trying to get it through. And so it started to become to where music that is overly produced actually doesn't sound good to me. Like if I hear an album and then the demos version of that album, I always want to hear the demo version more than the actual album, and like B-sides and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. And a lot of it has to do with, I have like a complex about rooting for the underdog, and like sort of an anti-mainstream everything type of complex. So that helps me out a lot with feeling like it's okay to do what I do, you know. In fact, I feel superior to people who are spending a couple $1,000s to record a song in a studio just because there's guitars hanging on the walls and there's like egg carton soundproofing and stuff. It's like, all right, well, you did all that, but is the song good? And if not, somebody playing a song on their guitar into a boombox recording, that even if the song isn't good, I respect the recording process.
Yeah.
So that's just the way my twisted mind works, in case you were
Well,
wondering.
I mean, because on that note, it always has cracked me up how people spend all this thousands of dollars to record with Pro Tools, this $1 million instrument or whatever, $500,000 instrument back in the day. And they record in this state of the art setting, but then they manipulate it to sound like it was done in your home or a garage or something. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that's what's always cracked me up. There, people are like, "Yeah, we made it sound like a garage. How about just recording it in a garage, maybe?" Yeah. But not that it diminishes studio albums, but at the same time, that's what drew me into wanting to record on my own and then get better at recording and pay attention to like frequencies and how things are layered and whatnot just to make them sound as good as they possibly can, because it got addicting too, just being able to construct your own stuff. Because the amount of work that I did, it would have cost me $1 million freaking in studios,
Yeah.
plus you can't do freaking 100 takes of a little 3-second guitar lick in a studio. Like, they would be like,
Yeah,
"Get
to
the
get
fuck
it
out of here."
perfect.
You'd have to just like bust through stuff, and I've actually found, I'm sure I would have gotten more comfortable with it, but the few times I've had other people record my stuff, didn't I was just like, "Oh man, I spent money for this."
Yeah, me too. I've only had one experience where in Sleepy Seeds we had somebody like went to it was somebody's home studio, but it was professional, and they were a professional uh sound designer, and it
Yes,
was
yes,
it
Daniel Johnston. Really quick, I just wanted to say, I'm sure Joey feels the same.
what's that? Oh yeah,
Somebody,
love Daniel
I just wanted
Johnston.
to acknowledge that.
Hell yeah. um but yeah, the one time I recorded studio style, we got to the place that I would have gotten eventually, but it was like we did all the recording in one night, maybe 2 nights, and then it was like a month of emails back and forth. And like, I would have, like, I like to be able to play a song and then just sit with my headphones in a room by myself, and I can run it back 50 times to like see how it hits every single time. And like a lot of things you don't hear until you've heard it 50 times, and then you're like, oh, wait a
Okay.
minute, I might want to turn down this vocal right here, or I might want to add a little guitar thing. But with the studio experience, it was like everything had to be played at once, and then it was just me asking another person to get it to sound like what I wanted it to sound like. And it just seemed like it ended up sounding really good, but it was a lot of trouble where I would have rather just done it myself. And if it didn't sound as good, at least it was more fun for me to do.
Well, you literally cut out the middleman. I think that's what we're talking. That was
Yeah,
what
that's
exactly
exactly
what
it.
we are talking.
And that middleman wants money too. So it's like, that's another reason to cut out the middleman.
Exactly, off with their head.
Cut out the middle money, the middle money man.
So there is this one thing that I kept wanting to ask you.
Oh, you got
How do
something
you
on your
feel?
face.
Huh? What?
You got something on your face.
Oh, it's a mustache. It's a fake mustache.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it smells like
That makes
glue.
sense. Yeah, I don't know why I
Oh,
didn't
oh,
notice
oh, oh
that
my God!
before.
There's something on my nose.
The
Oh
mustache.
man, that was horrible. That really freaked me out for a minute there, dude. Thank you.
No, I was talking about the mustache. I didn't even
Oh, you
notice
like it?
now that you mention it, yeah.
I
I
grew
noticed
it right
the mustache. Yeah, I saw you grow it actually.
as we
That was
were. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I drew all this on too.
So Joey just released a version of the Aha song on YouTube and maybe Bandcamp,
It will be on Bandcamp. It's
but
not
it's on YouTube
exactly
right
on
now.
Bandcamp yet, but it's coming to Bandcamp very soon.
I didn't
As
know
soon
that
as
you
I
had another
remember to do
channel.
it.
It's
What's
it's
that?
weird to me. It's weird to me, like how when you release music through CD Baby or whatever it is, how it goes to all these things. It creates a band page because you have a Sleepy Seahorse topic, page or whatever it is.
Oh, I know.
But I don't know how to even like take control of that. It's the other day I got a copyright strike, a big one, for one of my own songs. CD Baby claimed it as their
Oh,
own,
really?
and I was like hell no, and I like I like I
That's
tried
crazy.
to what do you call it? I was do you have a
Dispute or
chance to uh, like look
I
into
think
it or
it's
whatever?
disputed or something.
Dispute, thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say discuss but I was like, I disputed it, and about 4 days later, they just secretly made it live again, and I'm like, "Hell yeah, you did," and then I finally got an email saying, "You're very handsome, and that shouldn't have happened to you, and here's here's some winning lottery numbers," and how YouTube does it. They just kinda milk you, and sometimes it's a good milking, even though I am a
Yeah.
little bit more lactose intolerant these days. I used to be pretty darn tolerant. Just can't handle it anymore. I just can't do I just won't do it, Joey.
I
Not without getting paid with
I
benefits, right?
tolerate I tolerate lactose. I mean, I allow it.
Say that again, but slower, please. I had some
I tolerate
one more
lactose.
question.
I mean, I allow it. Yeah.
Who are some of your inspirations? Like, I think when I was just listening to Magnetic Field recently, and I don't know if you listened to them much, but the sort of vein and the sort of universe you could exist in that universe, but it also reminds me of like Flaming Lips or something, your music, and because you're not really you jump genres a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd put Flaming Lips up there, but it all
In a way,
started
like
with well, I don't know. It all started for me with
mhm,
Sebadoh and Built to Spill.
mhm.
Those were the two bands that like you could throw away all the other music in the world when I was 15 through like 20, and it was all just Sebadoh and Built to Spill.
Oh, sure.
And then now that I'm older, if I had to do like a Mount Rushmore of musicians that have inspired me, I
Hi,
would
Rose.
put Lou Barlow from Sebadoh, Doug from Built to Spill, David Byrne from Talking Heads, and Beyonce from Beyonce.
Beyonce, right up
Yeah,
my alley.
Beyonce is more of like I take more of my stage presence and uh my my swagger from Beyonce.
You definitely got some swag.
Yeah, a lot of people say that I remind them of Beyonce when I'm dancing.
Smiling. Oh, dancing.
Yeah,
I,
dancing.
I, I was gonna say smiling too. You just got that little thing. You got that little thing going. It's hard to say, but definitely your dancing smile. What's the last album that you listened to? That's gorgeous.
Thanks. Let me think. It had to have been yesterday because I was at work. Oh, it was what the hell album was it? It was an Elliott Smith
I don't
album.
know. I was asking you. Hmm?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I flipped it on you. What was the last album I listened to? No, it
I
was
have an
Elliott
idea,
Smith,
but
and I think it was the basement in a basement on the hill or something, whatever
sure.
that album is. You know what's weird is I wasn't too into Elliott Smith like for forever for this whole time, and I even was like friends with a lot of people that were friends with him. And when he died, I was very very sad, but I still was like, well, it's nothing big to me because I'm not into his music. And like it's only been about 6 months, but some sort of Elliott Smith bug hit me, and I cannot get enough of the guy. And it almost feels like, in a weird way, like I've always known musicians that I listen to, like you, for instance. I know you personally, and I love your music. And the same has been with like a lot of bands that I get into. I get into it because I have a personal relationship with the person, but that could always go south if you end up knowing somebody too much or too well, kind of like the don't meet your heroes thing. So with Elliott Smith, it seems like he's like safe for me to listen to because I'm not going to be compelled to go like find him and meet him and then be like playing video games at his house and then all that kind of stuff. Like I almost feel like it's like a ghost singing to me, which is comforting.
Well, and that's the word right there with him, because it's like when I think of him, and whenever a song of him comes on the, you know, headphones, um, there is a sense of comfort, but it's like this tragic kind of comfort too.
Yeah, it's almost like there's somebody out there that's feeling it more than I am, and that makes me
Hey,
feel
Denise,
okay.
I
Hi,
wanted to say
Denise.
hi to hi, hello Angler, hey everybody that I've been ignoring. This is Joey from Sleepy Seahorse, the gentleman that I listen to all the freaking time. Old friend of mine from Boise, and you are now in Colorado.
Yeah, I live in Colorado now.
Do you mind saying where? Like near?
Pueblo,
Oh,
Pueblo,
Pueblo.
Colorado.
Pueblo. Is there
Yeah,
somebody there
it's
named Pueblo that I can talk to just to make sure that you're not lying to me?
no, there's
You
nobody
are
named
being
Pueblo.
recorded.
Um, I could give you some stats. It's
Oh,
recently been named as the 10th most dangerous place in America to live.
10th.
Yeah, 10th.
Is Portland on that
Which
list?
I'm not sure. I think Seattle might have been.
I heard it's number
When
one right now.
it Detroit or something.
The
I
funny
can't
thing is,
remember.
I was just in Portland for a week, and I went all
Oh
over the
yeah.
city, and it was just same Portland. Me and we were just walking around. I was just walk. It was just I was having a walk of a time. I was just walking around and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
and it was just the same old Portland. I mean, I saw my fair share of people shitting in the bushes and on the
Yeah.
sidewalk. I had to
Well, sure.
hopscotch around a dead body. I had to fire my gun for the first time. God damn it! But that didn't
Oh,
stop
really?
me, Joey. That didn't stop me from believing in the American spirit. And the
Did you
American
hit
spirit brought me.
something?
Sorry?
Did you hit someone with the gun?
No, no. But I pistol whipped a pigeon on
Oh,
on a bench because I was so mad I didn't get to shoot anybody. So I just took it out on a pigeon.
well,
Do you
that's
reckon
just Portland for you.
it does look like Jeff Goldblum from Fly, dude, when you said that?
Yeah. It took me
I,
a minute, and then I was like, I know I've seen that face
it
somewhere.
really does. The hair is all wrong, but the face is
Yeah, it's the face.
great.
What if you put your face, half of your face, to line up with this half of my face,
Okay,
and we made our own face?
I think you got to go over just you got to go over just a little bit more.
There it is. All
Oh,
right, I screenshotted it. That's
that's
a
kind of
good
cool.
one. Yeah. Don't move. Okay. That was fun.
Don't move, and then I move.
Well, I said it and then I moved. Wasn't really fair. Let's see what else.
um,
What else
I
can
don't
I
know.
ask you? Oh, do you have any more questions for me?
Just reading some of these comments really quick. Sorry,
They
I
say
can't
we
keep up with the.
created a beautiful creature.
I usually can't keep up with the comments that well, anyways. But not that I'm like, not that I get that many. but people come and they go and they ask questions, and I miss them from time to time.
Yeah, this is a new experience for me. I've seen people doing YouTube shows where they like look down below the screen and then they answer something, and I'm like, oh man, I'd like to do that someday.
But this
And
is
now
you're
today's
the
the
first
day.
person you're the first person I've had on like this, I think. Like in a
Yeah.
live setting. I went live on Instagram with another friend of mine on here, but
Oh yeah.
never on YouTube. And it wouldn't let me. I tried to do it horizontal, and it was like, no, you got to go vertical. And so I had to
Yeah,
switch
you
it
think
all
they'd
around.
let
I
you
had to
do
change my
horizontal
outfit and huh?
and then we could both have squares. You think they'd let you go landscape
Yeah.
and then
Maybe this is
we'd both
just
have more room.
maybe it's because of my phone. I don't know. It's weird, but
It's
I'm
probably
glad
just
because I can actually read the
I
comments.
think it's actually because of the comments and the way it's set up that you have to do. Well, no, because if you're on YouTube, you can flip it horizontal and the comments are on the side.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
It's
Well,
vindictive. It's constricting. It's like living in hell. But I love it. I love every minute of it. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you're here. It's been a wonderful ride. Um,
thanks.
you're welcome.
I appreciate you having me on. Um, I I told myself I wouldn't cry,
Well, we
but
haven't spoken in a long time, but I just wanted to say too, really quick, because how big of a deal it is to me. Because in the past year and a half, man, I've been going through some crazy ass changes, and been driving around this area. I go to the ocean all the time, and your music has been like the soundtrack to all of it.
that's awesome.
You and 9 Inch Nails. But yeah, it's
That's
just
another
it's
one.
sorry.
Like Nine Inch Nails.
Hmm.
I've heard them and I've been hearing them for like 30 years. And just recently, like I listened to an album all the way through, and it's like hearing somebody for the first time,
Hmm.
but songs that you've known your whole life. It's so weird. Like it happened. The same thing with Elliott Smith happened with 9 Inch Nails, oddly enough.
Have you listened to Fragile? Like
The
the
song?
two album, the two disc or
Oh
whatever.
no, no.
That's I highly recommend that if you ever have spare time, just throw it
All
on.
right,
Even the first song, you'll get it right away.
that's cool.
That's what got me because I listened to them here and there, but I got that at a youth ranch in Boise. It was a
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails double album. I was like, $2? Why not? And I put it in my car, and I had been listening right around that time. I had been listening to a lot of soundtracks and things, and a few of them were from Peter Gabriel, and
Uh-huh.
they were really unique. He did one for this movie, I think it was called Passion of the Christ, but then he did one for this movie called Birdie, Peter Gabriel. And both of those albums are so different, and they're so unique, and they have all these cool like just uh, ethereal, otherworldly sort of sounds elements to them, And so it's almost like the Peter Gabriel stuff primed me for this Fragile album, and it just got me hooked on. Because again, it's somebody who does all the music themselves. He creates it from the bottom up, and I
Yeah.
have a deep admiration, respect for like these mad scientists, especially when it's like it would be amazing to have so much time to devote to these projects too,
Oh,
instead
I
of
know.
just
Yeah.
the spare time, ambition stuff. Because and that's why I've always been, just gung ho with all of it, as much as I can. But it feels a lot of the time it feels like the harder you try, or like the more you put yourself out there, people are like, "Get out of here, get off my lawn, you little."
Oh, I know.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't mean you stop, but it just means you kind of, it puts you off to that part of it, like because people are always like, "Don't ever quit, bro. Don't ever quit," and I'm like, I'm gonna be writing songs and drawing pictures, until the day I die,
Yeah.
regardless. But I won't try to like break into this world that I don't even understand anymore. Like the music scene, the
Exactly.
art world, and like you were sort of saying too, maybe a little bit. It's just very familial. Like you can't. As when I was in Boise, I was sending albums and these heartfelt messages to like labels and magazines all over the world, and they would always say, "We don't want to talk." Basically, they don't want to talk to you. They want to hear from a lawyer or a manager or something like that, you know. And
Yeah.
so these you can't even you can't even speak to these, the upper management in those industries anyways anymore. There's no middleman anymore. Labels won't take chances on bands if they can't make money off them.
Right. Yeah, like
Not that that's the
the
end all be all, but if you want to make money, it's just harder than ever
for
for
sure.
for artists.
The few times I've tried to do like professional promotion for an album, I was told that you got to hire a, what are they called? Marketing, whatever, a
PR.
marketing person for your album who will put together a press kit, and they know where to send the press kits, like radio stations and blogs and all that. And then like all that was like I heard like, you pay me this amount of money and I'm gonna send your album to 1,000 different places that are gonna all have a chance to get back to you. And
and maybe
so
and maybe review it.
yeah, review it. And then it's even more disheartening when you're like, okay, so now 1,000 people just completely blew me off instead of like the one person I would have sent it to on my own. So it's almost like if you don't already have an in, you're probably not going to get in at this point, and that can be very discouraging when it comes time to like for me, it's almost like a disease. Like I can't stop playing music, and it's not helping me at all. But I don't know. In times like these where we're bullshitting and having a good time, it does kind of make it worthwhile, you know.
Oh yeah.
If you can think of ways besides money that make it worthwhile, you got to cling to those, because the money thing ain't happening.
Right. And even if it does, that's it's hard to talk about art in these ways because naturally people will just assume that you're just talking about the money, or like you're just in it for the money or some shit. It's just like
Yeah.
it's not like that at all. I'm able to sort of compartmentalize my creative the output in my life and stuff, and in ways that maybe only I can see. I don't know. But I have
Well,
like
yeah.
little rules
I
and
guess when I'm
boundaries.
talking about money, it's more like you were talking about having the time to do things.
Hmm.
Like if you were to make some money off of an album so that you don't have to have a day job, you can make music your day job and you can get so much more things out there, and it's like it's a snowball effect in the right direction.
Right.
But when you're not making any money off your music, it's literally like you go to work all day, you got to do what you got to do to get to bed on time and all that. And if you have a little bit of time left over, you could either play guitar, record some music, or maybe watch some wrestling and go to sleep. And it's the two of those, like, well, I am kind of tired, so I'll record that song tomorrow. But tonight it's Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and I understand. I was because I have these conversations in my head all the time too, and I have to remind myself that like I'll be creative pretty much until the end, and I have to constantly also like keep myself from thinking too far ahead in certain ways because I'm very realistic in my capabilities, um
Yeah,
in my abilities that what I have in front of me is what I have to work with, and I can make an art project or an artwork out of what I have in front of me, but
right.
I can't work magic. But that's also the endearing part of art, and that's why I do it because it's something I feel like I have to do. Most of the time, it's not that I even enjoy doing it. But oh, this is the
Yeah,
drawing that I think somebody was. I don't know if I finished it or not. Somebody was just mentioning maybe this one. I don't know.
that's a cool one. I like
Uh,
that one.
but yeah, I mean, for example, like when I do these, I have many of these like pads and things, just stacks of them filled with drawings, and I know that there's this. I've met people that are just into it for the the glitz and the glamour and all this kind of stuff, and that's a very shallow, costumey kind of feel. Like, even though look at me, but I wanted to talk, but you meet people that are kind of shallow about that kind of world, or they're just gifted it somehow for some reason, like whatever it is, and
Yeah.
it's an interesting conversation just to have with somebody else who's kind of shared the same experiences in the same town, no less.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, but at the same time, I'm guilty of not listening to your stuff closer while I was there, and I wasn't like a good. I didn't listen to like the words the way I listen to them now, but it didn't catch me like it did back then. Like now
Yeah.
it's like I had to become something else to be able to understand your words or something. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but it was the
Yeah.
song "Home Again" that what out here I was listening to it, and it just came on, um and it was like this first time I noticed it, and I was and I could recall it, and it got stuck in my head for like weeks. Learned how to play it and everything,
That's awesome.
but
Yeah,
but yeah, and then it's like
that's a good example of one that I had the entire song written before I ever picked up a guitar or sang out loud. It was just like it was right when I moved back to Colorado. I grew up here in Pueblo, Colorado, and then I moved to Boise, Idaho to make all of my dreams come true. And they all, long story short, I moved back without having my dreams come true. And the ones that did come true were like, they turned into nightmares. So I'm back here. I think it had been like over a year before since I had picked up a guitar because I was just like through with it and depressed and all that shit. And then I was like at work one day and I just kept having that basic tune in my head, can't go home again or whatever. And then next thing you know, I had like the entire song written out and I went home and I picked up my guitar and I'm like, oh, okay, so it starts in an E and then it goes to an A. And I think that's all it is E and A, and like that's the whole song. But that's a good example of that type of writing.
yeah, well, and that's it too, because it is it's like two freaking chords, maybe a third one somewhere,
Yeah, I think I
um,
throw a third one in for
but that always gets me too, when somebody can do so much with so little, or just like two chords,
yeah,
and it
exactly.
and the lyrics made up for that, and the other instruments, and of course the trumpets and stuff, and because you also do the trumpets, you do it
Yeah.
all, but um, dude, I'll show you one of my favorite songs right now. You just mentioned it. I listen to this when I'm driving down the road, and I'm just like flipping people off, throwing my beer out the window, hitting kids in the head.
Yeah, that's
The
a good
gloves
one.
come off, baby. Sometimes the gloves come off.
I know.
Oh, it's a wicked world. So you're playing the trumpet.
Yep.
When did you do this album?
2024, I think. End of 23 and beginning of 24.
When did you move back to Colorado?
22, I moved back to Colorado. So yeah, summer of 22 until about summer of 23, I did not play guitar or care about music. I had it in my head because of some people that, or a person, I guess, that wasn't really good for my head, had me convinced that me playing music had like ruined more lives than just mine because I
Had
was
what?
it had ruined lives, like not just my own life but other people's lives were ruined because I had chosen to play music instead of like work on getting a job with more money that I could have benefits for and stuff like that. And I believed it. Like it started to make sense. Like, yeah, I'm in debt. I have nothing, no dollars to my name. I can't take my family on a vacation. So yeah, this pretty much sucks that I spent my whole life playing music. So I did away with it. I moved back to Colorado. I worked at a shop where I installed signs, and it was like over a year when all of a sudden I started hearing songs ahead in my head again. And at that point, it was just like, well, I'm not gonna get back into trying to play music again, but I got to get these songs out of my head. And in order to do that, you record them, and then it's like you're done with it. And so that was the whole idea with that song or with that album.
Yeah, it's just so damn like catchy. There's so many freaking great songs on this album. Is Rabbit Holes on this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That album was like some of the songs were 5 years old, some of them were 10 years old. One of them is like 25 years old, but I just never actually like recorded a really good version of it.
Yeah.
And so those songs are kind of actually, besides that one, that was the only song that I had written like in time with that album while I was making that album. And the other songs were just like better versions, recorded versions of songs that had yet to been recorded, like real recordings by me.
And I and
And so,
I I like the fact that there's like different versions of. I think its algorithms has a few.
yeah,
And
I've got
there's a like even you just did. I think you just released My Illusions again, and it's a different version as well.
yeah,
Um,
there's now like that song actually, it was a completely different song that I wrote in like 1999, and it was just about some like a girl that I was having a hard time with at the time or something. And I always thought the music itself was way more important than the lyrics I had written for it. So it went away. And then, like, I don't know, it was a few years ago where I wrote the lyrics for This Illusion. And it's just like I already had the template and what I needed to sing. So I just wrote all new words for it. And the words happened to fit.
well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Absolutely.
It does.
1000%. What are you doing later? Do you want to go play some pool or something? Oh wait, you're in Colorado. That's right. I am far east, as far east as you can go before it turns into the West Coast in California somewhere. Centralized, unadulterized, lactorized. I'm not sure what that means.
What part of
I was just gonna.
California?
Well, I'm on the technically, Joey. I am on the Central Coast. Currently, I'm currently residing on the Central Coast, about 26 minutes from the coast. I love your
Like if
hat.
Oh, thanks. I love your hat.
Well, thank you. It's
Um,
authentic.
if I was to be in Los Angeles, would I be close to where you are in California?
Well, that'll be about let's see. Give me 3 hours south of here.
Oh shit. So you're
Mm.
north. Cool.
Northwest. Right
I
up that
gotcha.
alley. Right up that little alley.
Well, I don't feel bad then because I recently went to Los Angeles and I wouldn't have been able to fit you in. So I'm glad I didn't get a hold of you.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go down there with my, some of my illustrations and just try to. I don't know. Got to be realistic about stuff sometimes. There's this dude here that has a head shop, and I have my shirts and some art in his store, and
Oh
he was
yeah, I've
saying that
seen that.
he was telling me that I should go down to L.A. and just go down to where the people hang out and they sell their art, and just go down there for a week and live out of your car. And I'm like, I can't do that. But
Yeah.
um,
That sounds a lot more doable when you're like 20 than when you're older than 20.
yeah, it's a little bit different now. But I also know my capabilities. You know, I'm not the kind of person that can like live on the road anymore.
Right.
I never was. I never was a road dog. Yeah, I always thought that I might make a good reindeer someday, but definitely not. Merry Christmas to you, brother. Merry
Thanks.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
So, do you have a new group of songs that kind of spinning around in your brain? Do you have that feeling? I kind of know that feeling too. It's like just you could just need to get something out, and then all these crazy things happen.
yeah,
But
right,
are you
right
working
now
on something?
I've got an album coming out and there's like 10 or 11 songs and 3 or 4 of them are new recordings of other songs. There's going to be another algorithms, there's going to be another this illusion, but it's all it's all this guy songs now. So I feel like since I can play these songs on a different instrument, they need to be recorded with that in mind.
Is,
So
what size ukulele is that?
it's a baritone ukulele.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
look at those beautiful eyes.
I
I
I
can
have to
relate.
admit I bid it off of Lou Barlow because he plays baritone ukulele on half of his songs are baritone ukulele, and I never really grasped like how easy it was to convert guitar songs into this. So I like
Well,
ordered one on a whim.
the baritone is just the last few strings on a guitar. I think the tunage.
Yeah, it starts with the G. Yeah,
But
starts with the
a
G.
ukulele, like a standard ukulele, like this one is a so not a soprano, but
Exactly.
tenor, I
Yeah.
guess. But it's A E C G, but it's sort of in C.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. I never realized that baritone ukulele was exactly like guitar, except for without the first 2 strings or the bottom
I,
2 strings.
totally.
So
But I
it's
love that. I love it because of that reason too,
yeah, and it's
because it does
like
have that extra sound.
it's easier for finger picking. Like I've never finger picked before, but now I can finger pick my ass off
I
and
do
all
that
that
quite
stuff.
often, only in the shower.
Finger pick my ass. Well, my
Off,
ass doesn't really come off. Yeah,
off.
my ass is still there.
At least you'll die trying. Am I right?
Exactly.
Well, we've been on over an hour now. How you feeling, Joey? Should we say hi to the people? Hello, people.
Hi,
You're from San
people.
Francisco, Denise. Hello. Hello, everybody. Trevor
I
and
feel
Michael.
I feel like
Michael.
I feel like the Seinfeld episode where he says you should go out on a high note instead of sticking around and making it boring.
Right. Not exactly
But I
sure
don't
what you're.
really.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
I think that's the high note that we should go out on those sunglasses.
I don't see why not. Note, high note. There we go.
Yeah,
Well, I want to thank you, Joey, for
I want to thank
for your
you.
for your time.
We should do this again sometime.
Yes, that would be lovely.
Awesome.
And then my water heater just came on too, so it got extra loud. But thank you
I
everybody
can't hear it.
for coming by and saying hi. Petra, hi.
Thank you,
Hello,
and
Denise
thank you
Angler.
to the people,
Thank you
all the
everybody.
people.
And yeah, keep in touch and be safe out there.
Yeah, we'll have
Um
to get together sometime. Oh wait, no, you live in California. All right.
and
Well,
if I was like for a while I was thinking, man, if I could if I could play bass for you or something, go on tour, so because yeah, I get stuck on your music a lot. But
Well,
thank you for
thanks.
that as well. Thank you for being a good musician, an honest songwriter. It's
You're welcome.
just it's a treat.
Well, I appreciate
Um,
that. Thank you for the appreciation, and the appreciation goes both ways.
of course, and you're welcome here anytime at Story Grub Draws. We might not be going to hell, but we're definitely gonna burn in the end.
I like that idea. That's
They make me
comforting.
say that. The producers make me say that.
Oh, is that the slogan?
I never did like it. It just has like a really it has a bad aftertaste. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem right to me.
You know, sometimes there are bad aftertastes in life, and that's when you need to have NordVPN.
Oh,
NordVPN is the best VPN that is made by Nord. So remember, folks, NordVPN. Just type in Story Grub, and I don't think anything will happen, but you can still type it in. Is
and
that
it's
how
your
the
money, Joey, and you use it when you want it.
is that how the YouTube commercials go? I'm always watching YouTube shows, and they just like in the middle of the conversation, they start talking about NordVPN, and I'm like, wait, is this a commercial? What the hell?
And they're wearing different clothes.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I know, and like I pay. I remember paying a certain fee every month or whatever from back when I lived in Idaho. Um, to not see commercials. I hate
Oh, I know.
ads. And then so
YouTube
they have to
Prime, I
like
still
sneak
have
them
it.
in there somewhere. And
Yeah,
and the creators, the content creators don't really have like a. I don't really blame them, but it cracks me up.
yeah, but I like the transition because they made it so where you could pay for no ads. They had to find another way to get the ads in there, and that always cracks me up.
It's like when you're watching Mr. Baldwin and he comes to like the end of a sentence, he's like, and then they did not know what to do. Wow. And then you just know the ads get it's like in the commercials on TV or whatever, like the black, fades to black
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
commercial. It's like, is this you're watching Temple of Doom and then you're watching a commercial by Downy and how soft your butthole can be if you use Downy sheets and don't take a dump in your backyard like I used. Anyways,
I think
Joey,
you might be mixing up a few products there, but
yeah, I
we
didn't mean to say
we
so
get it.
much.
Yeah, we get it.
I was off topic. What is in this water? Uh, Picked a hell of a day to start thinking.
Well, all right.
All right, man. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Thanks for having me on. See you
Thanks
next
for being
time.
here.
I don't
Let's see.
actually know how to leave, so I'm just gonna keep waving until I don't see you anymore.
All right, and I'll wave with you. I'll see you later, brother.
All right, see you, man.